with a winery with a Renaissance fair.
It's a wonderful old property. The estate itself dates back to 1769. The land was purchased by an early American ironmaster. The family was called the Grubb family. Made cannon shot for General Washington during the Revolutionary War. Became very wealthy doing that. Owned a number of charcoal furnaces throughout the area, including one here on the Mount Hope property. But the property was bought with the intention of it being a summer getaway, a summer residence, not their main home. And in 1800, the son of the original owner started work on the mansion, and 5 years later, in 1805, the original home was complete.
170 years later, corporate lawyer Charles Romito fell in love with this place over dinner. For by then, what was left of the once proud estate of the wealthiest family for miles around had become a restaurant. When it was put up for sale in 1979, Romito and some friends bought the mansion, restoring it to its former splendor. And on some of the 87 acres of land, they planted grapes.
Wine had sort of been a hobby of mine, more as a consumer than as a winemaker. And I knew that there was a wine industry that was growing fairly rapidly here in the state. Having this beautiful property was an ideal vehicle to encourage people to come out to see the property, to see the winemaking process, to see Mount Hope Mansion, to give tours, to give tastings.
Swirl your wine counterclockwise.
Nay, Your Majesty, 'tis the Black Plague!
The more people tasted, the more wine they bought. And to attract larger crowds, Romito began staging summer concerts and small festivals on the garden-covered grounds.
We had met some friends from Maryland who were members of one of the many amateur jousting clubs throughout the state, and they came up here and performed an exhibition. Modern jousting is horses rapidly racing down a course, spearing various size rings, from big rings to real small rings. Nothing medieval, no costumes, nothing really Renaissance about it. But it drew a big crowd and a lot of attention to what we were doing.
Oh, you will be here all day?
What began as a one-day event has evolved into the Pennsylvania Renaissance Fair that runs for 15 weekends and has to be one of the most elaborate and authentic festivals of its type. Visitors are transported through time to the 16th century in merry old England.
And even as she hath taken your breath away, perhaps she will bestow upon thee the breath of life in a woman.
The Renaissance Fair here is a rollicking recreation of a day in the life of Queen Elizabeth at a country fair. When the Queen has come to this small hamlet, the villagers are very happy and rejoicing because the Queen is paying a visit to their home. And it's a time of great fun, of mirth and merriment. And to bring that to life, we hire a troupe of professional actors who take on the role of villagers, from the Queen all the way down to the lowliest peasant.
You are a treasure chest! That's in full! From ship! You! Naturally!
Hey, Bill, this is you.
Face painting! Anything you have the shamelessness to show painting!
It's been an evolution. The idea to have a professional acting troupe is unique to our fair. Most other fairs rely on independent performers, jugglers, fire eaters, people of that nature. We have those people here as well, but we rely more on the actor and the villager to bring to life the fantasy of the fair. So we're always working on ways to have this era, this period, come to life.
I beg you, Your Majesty! 'Twas my poem that did speak from his gum! I did...
How say you, Francis? Have you stolen his bit of poetry? Remove that!
Your Majesty, I have not...
Bringing this fantasy to life costs more than $500,000, involves 250 people, and year-round planning. In January, Romito and his staff begin auditioning actors from around the country. By mid-May, carpenters, masons, and other craftspeople are busy constructing a Tudor village and a replica of Shakespeare's Globe Theater. By the first week in July, 25 acres have been transformed into a giant stage fit for a queen. And on it, the actors make up their lines as they go along, but never break character, not even when confronted by a 20th century television camera.
Oh, the sky is most brightly this day. The trees are purple. The grass is blue. This man is ugly, and so are you!
Difference in my mistress is my mistress fair, and to lie in her love.
The barrier of stage and curtain and audience disappears when actor approaches you on the street in their Elizabethan character and draws you into their world. For when you come to the fair, they're not performers performing for a 20th century audience. They are living in their village, welcoming you as visitors to this 16th century hamlet.
Being a virgin queen of reputations is not goodly for your daughter to walk about the castle, no.
Especially with that in her hand.
You are not really going to dunk her, are you? Yes! Good gentles, of course I would not do this. Really, sir?
Thank him. Thank him again.
What are you at once for?
Improvisation is what's happening. Our actors are so schooled in it that they take what an audience member will give them and go with it. We create a scene between the actor and the audience member on the street.
Night thee. This I say once thee. Twicely and thricely. Arise, good Sir Joseph, and you may now go and tell your grandfather that you are right.
Queen Elizabeth I, known as Dina Gray before her coronation, says first-time visitors may find it a little overwhelming.
Sometimes they are caught up in the magic of it all, the stepping into this particular place. It does confuse them, some of them. They become quite adlit in their pate.
Well, let us begin then. Let us take knight to rook 6.
Very well, I shall continue with rook to knight 2.
Rook! Tonight?
Almost 4 centuries ago, the Earl of Essex and Sir Walter Raleigh vied for the affection of their queen. Today's time travelers get into the spirit of that ancient rivalry as it is played out or fought out on a life-size chessboard.
We hired a fight director from New York City who has staged all the various fight sequences that you'll see at the fair, from the hand-to-hand combat during the chess match, the human chess match, to the final joust. So there's a lot of physical activity going on at the fair.
This is an insult. I would not have suffered by the hands of your own father, madam.
You will suffer a great deal more, sirrah.
Her Majesty will now have the reviewing of the cavaliers and their steeds. Huzzah! Sir William!
The fair has come a long way since a few blue jean-attired amateur jousters from Maryland staged a competition 7 years ago. Reenacting the medieval sport now are professionals from Florida, wearing 90 pounds of full battle armor.
The Queen is not well pleased. She would have you throw your lances to the side. Make yourself ready. Laissez aller!
It is Romito's hope, of course, that many visitors will leave with some bottles of Mount Hope wine. But he's sure they go home feeling they got their money's worth after spending a few farthings on a ticket to the 16th century.
You have to leave feeling, boy, I saw a lot today. And that was really different. I've never seen a harpsichord before. And that's a hurdy-gurdy. There really was a hurdy-gurdy instrument. But we have those things here. We have people who play the harpsichord, who play the hurdy-gurdy. We have rapier and dagger going on right in front of your eyes, and sword play that looks like it was done by Earl Flynn. It's special. And if the people sense that, they take it home with it, we succeed.
I shall carry thee. Oh, Flynn, I meant not for to injure thee.